and welcome to this special presentation by the Superhuman Artistic Kids and Exceptional Human Society. We are very excited that you could join us today. Today's presentation will consist of tests, equations, and experiments that are theoretically transformative, reality-altering, and absolutely bonkers. We appreciate your kind participation as we journey into the unknown together. With that, let's make sure your cell phones are off. Keep hands, feet, and elbows inside the vehicle at all times, and kindly give your attention to the scientists. If you have any questions for our team, there will be an opportunity to ask them at the end of the presentation. Lastly, it's important to remember that these are highly trained scientists, and if you see anything today that excites you, please do try it at home. Enjoy.
Hello! Good morning! I'm Dr. Emily.
I'm Dr. Josh.
And I'm Dr. Sam.
And on behalf of Shakes,
The Superhuman Artistic Kids.
And Exceptional Human Society.
we thank you for taking part in today's experiment. We here at Shakes scour the globe for the best and the brightest, looking for creative geniuses using Dr. Josh's special Imaginatron 3000.
Studying the wonders of creativity. Pew!
Because it can be tough out there. Seeing the world in a way you're afraid doesn't make sense. Or that people are gonna make fun of you if you try.
Yeah, people are like, well, you're a doctor of imagination. I mean, it's not rocket science, right?
Actually, it is rocket science, right?
That is absolutely correct, Dr. Josh. NASA, the people who do actual rocket science, started asking the question of how they could make their fancy rocket science better.
Hey, scientist who works for NASA, how can we make our fancy rocket science better? Whoa! Whoa!
Whoa!
And what did they find?
One word.
Imagination.
So, NASA got to work and made a test to evaluate the creativity and imagination of their rocket scientists.
Because if you are going to go to the moon, or to Mars, or the stars, you're going to have to be able to dream big.
Think outside the box. Love thinking about what could be, rather than getting bogged down with everybody's ideas of what should be.
So, Mr. A Rocket Scientist.
Yeah.
What do you see here?
Oh, a light green oval.
Miss Rocket Scientist, same question.
An angry pickle, or a sleeping sea cucumber, or what I find in my yard after my dog Fred eats a lot of spinach.
Eureka! NASA found that only 2% of their adult rocket scientists could register as highly creative.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I see all that too.
So, to find out why so many adults grew up missing their creativity, they gave this same test to kids. And the results were shocking.
Virtually all of the 5-year-olds, over 98%, registered at the highly creative genius level.
So, they tested these same kids again when they were 10 years old.
Why would I go outside when I could just pwn some noobs on Fortnite, bruh?
Down to 30%.
In just 5 short years, it went from literally almost every kid testing at the creative genius level to just a third. So they tested them again when they were 15.
Fine, whatever! Don't look at me!
Down to 12%.
And they tested them again when they were adults.
Taxes, ibuprofen, public transit, light green ovals.
It went all the way down to a tiny 2%.
Just like those scientists at NASA.
But don't worry, we're here to help.
These results showed, NASA, that there's a lot to learn from the real imagination experts out there.
All of you.
And that we didn't need to teach rocket scientists imagination.
But what we needed was to protect kids from forgetting how to use theirs as they grow up.
Maybe just give them one more scan, Dr. Sam, just to make sure we're all...
Close one, you still got it.
And that's where Shakes comes in.
The superhuman artistic kids.
And exceptional human society.
We are the vanguard of protecting imagination geniuses like yourselves everywhere.
Finding ways to insulate that magic part of your brain from drying up like a raisin. Or a very stinky prune.
Safeguarding the creativity in your mind from suffering.
The slings and arrows of outrageous fortune.
Yeah! That's like these things in our heads that tell us that our ideas aren't good enough.
Or that they're too much.
Or too little.
And they claw and tear and poke at your brain like brain raptors.
This is and always will be a light green oval!
Quips and sentences and paper bullets of the mind. Awe and awesome kid. From their awesomeness!
Maybe it is just a light
Yes.
green
Yes.
portal to a world where everything is light green, except for the things that are normally light green, like olives. Those are now orange, which is kind of funny because both olives and oranges are fruit.
An olive is a fruit?
Yeah, both olives and oranges are fruit, and they are both kinds of colors, so it's pretty cool if you think about it.
Nice, Dr. Emily. Those raptors almost ruined your magic.
Because that's our job here at Shakes.
We protect that special part of your mind that dreams and imagines and is curious and empathetic and can do rocket science despite brain raptors.
And you all check out. Imagination's working great. And team, all systems go on our side for today's experiment.
Perfect!
Each new day, in each new school, we run an experiment that is designed to test, protect, and strengthen that part of your brains that makes you all both poets and geniuses.
Yeah, because your imagination is like a muscle, and you have to do things like push-ups to make it strong and help it grow.
So we cozy on up here to the Imaginatron 3000, and it will give us today's task.
Yesterday, in Ennis, we had a great one. Invent a new use for overboiled spaghetti.
Oh, yeah! or I love that one we did a few weeks ago in Bozeman. Invent a new way of brushing your hair while listening to Taylor Swift.
Oh, I'm so excited for y'all to participate! Woo! Here we go!
Okay. Today's experiment. Do William Shakespeare's Hamlet.
With weird puppets and mess around with it?
So it can help you talk about what you are feeling today.
Pass!
No!
Let's not!
Sorry, everybody. Looks like the old Imaginatron might be malfunctioning a little bit. You see, usually we invent things and talk about numbers and experiments. But plays?
Weird plays?
About feelings! Hard pass!
I mean, Hamlet's hard, right? What kind of kid likes Hamlet?
Oh, no, wait, I love Hamlet.
How do you even understand the story? All those these and thous and forsooths.
Okay. Have you ever seen The Lion King?
Does my Hakuna Matata in the woods?
Nice. Well, that's Hamlet. It's the same story. There's just more lions. And that Fruit Loops bird. But if you kind of let the words wash over you, you start to know what it means when you listen to how it feels.
But do it weird? Like how weird? Who's weird? My weird? That might be too weird.
Wait, no, Dr. Josh, I like your weird. It's like you march to the beat of your own drummer. Not just a drummer, but a marching band. A marching band that's throwing a dance party, and there are DJs, and everyone's invited, and even know how cool it is.
Oh, thanks, Dr. Sam.
But the feelings part. I mean, if you two knew what I was worried about today, you'd think I was a stupid goose.
Wait, isn't it a silly goose?
It is. But this goose feels stupid.
I got chased by a goose once. And I thought that this goose hated me, but actually, it was just these chips I had in my pocket in case I needed some electrolytes. So I shared the chips with the goose, and it really wasn't that bad in the end. Did that help you?
Potentially.
It's just I've never done a play before.
Oh, but have you ever been in your backyard and pretended you were somewhere else?
Affirmative.
Have you ever dressed up and imagined you were somebody entirely different?
Check!
And have you ever listened to your friend tell their favorite story of getting tacos with their aunt? And they're describing all the colors and the sounds of the restaurant. And then the waiter comes out and it's like, and you're like, who ordered fajitas? And he's like, careful, these plates are hot. But you kind of want to touch it just to verify this new data, and ow, it checks out! So then you dip it into some salsa, not knowing if it's the hot kind or the mild kind, and well, it was really hot. So then my mom puts a little bit of salt on another chip and has me eat that instead, and it's like an explosion! And I love tacos! I love tacos! I love tacos! I love tacos! Whoa, dizzy. Oh no. Was that, weird?
No, I did that last Friday. We missed Taco Tuesday, so we called it Fajita Friday. That was awesome.
Then you have everything you need to do theater, Dr. Sam.
I mean, are there rockets in Hamlet?
There can be. Or, is that too weird?
That's exactly what we're supposed to do, Dr. Josh!
Yeah! And we can help you with your feelings. Just like that goose who wanted pocket potato chips.
And you're all here!
So, there's nothing we can't do together! What do we need? What do we need?
All right, we need some weird stuff!
My lunch is kind of weird. We could use that!
And I actually have a copy of Hamlet in my gym bag. That's super weird.
Hey, I found a box of lost and found stuff. It's got a hat, but it's also got a cute pony!
It's a lost and found Brody!
Not Brody, a pony. Oh, this will be perfect. A gym bag, a lunch bag, a box of lost and found, and all of us, we should be set. Thanks, Imaginatron.
Wait. Well, what if we do something wrong? Or somebody thinks that what we come up with is stupid?
Dr. Emily, is that how you're feeling today?
Yeah.
Great! We'll use that! Here's a sample of Dr. Emily's feelings. And okay, I got hungry on my way to school, so I ate some of my lunch already. But all I have left is my morning sandwich, my small lunch sandwich, my big lunch sandwich, my emergency I'm feeling sad sandwich.
That's a lot of sandwiches.
Well, my days can be kind of complicated.
Dr. Sam, what kind of sandwiches do you have there?
Ham. Just ham. Whole lot of ham.
Could I maybe see? Why, it appears no other thing to me than a fine and well-constructed snack. What a piece of work is a ham sandwich. How noble in reason. How infinite in faculty. In form and moving, how express and admirable. In action, how like an angel. In apprehension, how like a god. The beauty of the world. The paragon of sandwiches.
That would be one weird Hamlet. Get it?
Perfect!
Let's do this thing!
All right, one copy of Hamlet coming right up for reference.
Okay, let's see. Ophelia, Laertes, Horatio. It has all the characters.
It hasn't rejected the sandwiches!
Really?
I was sure that was going to be the problem.
Okay, plot reading.
Holding steady.
Character quotients.
All good. No, wait, here.
Theme alarm?
The beating, breathing heart of the old skeleton of the play?
Dr. Emily, the sample of feelings you gave us today wasn't enough to calibrate today's test.
Huh?
Okay, we need more feelings. Let's try something new. Yes, we need to
got
be
you.
real
I don't know if we
brave.
need to try something that new. Maybe we can just try turning it off and turning it back on.
You got this.
To be or not to be myself? That is the question. Whether 'tis nobler in the mind to suffer the slings and arrows of brain raptors who think that my ideas are weird, and that I am weird, or to hide all that stuff that I like about myself, but I'm afraid to show 100% of the time. Because what if I do something wrong? Or somebody thinks that what I like or say is dumb?
Or weird.
Or different. It's working! Keep going!
There's the rub! For if I hide that which makes me me, how can I be truly me? But if I'm me 100% of the time and then some jerk teases or rejects or makes fun of what I am saying or doing or trying, then it feels like it is me that they're being mean about.
Keep going, keep going!
For who would bear the whips and scorns of time? The oppressor's wrong, the proud man's contemplate, the pangs! But when you have this way that you want to dance to that new song that feels so cool and so right to you, but if you bust that move on the playground, like really commit to how the music is making you feel from toes to nose, then someone might say, "You crazy girl! You get crazy!"
Oh! Dr. Emily, you did it!
Hamlet!
Sandwich.
Good title! My sandwiches worked!
Oh, this looks great!
Thanks, Imaginatron.
How about it, everybody? Ready to run today's big test?
Do Hamlet with weird puppets?
And mess around with it so we can talk about how we are feeling.
For us and for our play today.
Here, stooping to your clemency, Shakespeare.
We beg your hearing patiently.
Set us up, Dr. Josh.
You got this.
Okay. In a world, a cold place called Elsandor, a big old raptor and his gang of slightly smaller raptors tries to poop on the lives of some awesome kids on a quest for infinite space!
Awesome kid! Roll call! Hamlet! Woo! Sandwich!
Whoa, check!
Next up is Hamlet's childhood friend, and might be his girlfriend. Ophelia Stocking Hat!
Check!
And Ophelia's big brother, the very cool Laertes.
Check, man!
And their dad, the man with the big ideas and big words, Paul Onius. Check! And next up is a super big jerk who's about as welcome here as a fart on a roller coaster.
Wait, is that just when you're getting strapped in, or you let a fart puff out when the coaster's going?
I'd say both are bad men. Claudius! Jerk! And last but certainly not least, Hamlet Sandwich's best friend in the entire world, Horse Ratio!
Yay! Check! Ratio is the amount, size, or proportion between two or more things. In this case, horses!
Dr. Josh, do that thing again.
Living in Elsinore has become a real drag for our friends Hamlet Sandwich, Ophelia Stocking Hat, Laertes, Horse Ratio, and even grown up Polonius because Claudius has been acting like a jerk.
That's how we got the name for around here. Nobody else can do whatever they want here but me. And or anything that doesn't make sense in my little brain right here. Say hi, brain.
It's a frosted donut.
Them's the rules here in Else and All.
We gotta make a break for it.
Roger, prepare the Claudia
That's what we named the rocket, and I got to name it.
for immediate launch to infinite space, where we can do anything and everything we can dream of.
And leave El Sandor in the space dust.
Big Sky, this is Hamlet Sandwich. We are go for launch.
Roger, Hamlet Sandwich. Initiate launch sequence. Polonius.
Go!
Ophelia.
Go!
Laird's Tease. This is Hamlet Mission Control. Ready for takeoff in 5, 4, 3, 2, nay!
Come on.
1. Come on.
Wait a minute. What
Come
is
on.
that?
Come on, Claudia.
Knew it would work, losers! Enjoy your stay here in El Sandor, or else. Let's run the diagnostics again. I know we can get her working.
I'm going to take a walk.
But it's snowing outside.
What? Oh, that's okay. I'm a ham sandwich. We like the cold. In fact, I need to be refrigerated. It's a safety thing.
Oh. That's good. That's awesome. Oh.
Good job.
Who's there? Say, what is horse ratio there?
A piece of him. 'Tis bitter cold.
Oh. Welcome, horse ratio. I am glad to see you well.
Are you well, my friend?
Oh.
Oh, what's the matter, my lord?
Between who?
I mean the matter you mean, my lord.
Oh, God. I could be bounded in a nutshell and count myself a king of infinite space.
Infinite space? Nay! That would be so cool!
Yeah. Stars, planets, the odd comet.
I just don't see how it's going to work, my friend.
I do.
How?
In our mind's eye, horse ratio.
Huh?
Our mind's eye is like our imagination. It helps us to see the things that we don't know how to see, invent the things that people have never seen, and try to see the things people are telling us about so we can see and understand them. Our mind's eye, horse ratio, for what dreams may come if we allow ourselves to dream.
Sounds like a nightmare, a weird nightmare, you weird sandwich. Right, guys? Right!
Who the heck are those? Oh, that's Claudius's raptor gang. When he gets really El Centauri, he loops them in. They all live like rent-free in my head.
Brain raptors!
Exactly. Brain raptors. One day, I was just minding my own business and wham!
Man, you're gonna be uncool if you have fun at recess like that.
And suddenly I got this raptor in my head telling me how uncool I am. It got me second-guessing myself.
Brain raptors are so dumb! No, don't hurt me, please! Don't hurt me!
You might think that, but actually brain raptors are pretty smart. They show extreme intelligence, even problem solving, especially that one. And they'll attack the fences that you try to put up in your mind to protect you from all that doubt and naysaying. But they never attack the same place twice.
That is how you want to go to school today? I mean, those colors are cool and you have your own sense of style. But you're never gonna fit in if you decide to stand out.
Yeah. Never attacking the same place twice.
Testing your beds for weaknesses systematically!
They remember. Brain raptors. If it be now, 'tis not to come. If it be not to come, it will be now. If it be not now, yet it will come.
sandwich.
What was that? Oh, it's this thing I say to get the raptors to stop it. If it be now, 'tis not to come. Oh. If it be not to come, it will be now.
Oh.
If it be not now, yet it will come. The readiness is all.
The readiness is all? I like it!
Yeah, it's like I can't worry about what I can't control, but I can control how I am in this moment. And I'm gonna take those things that the raptors are telling me, and I'm gonna put them in a jar. And I'm gonna take that jar, and I'm gonna put it high on a shelf so that I can just focus on right here, right now. Like hanging out with my best friend, Horse Ratio.
Jar on a shelf metaphor for raptor thoughts? I like it!
Tis bitter cold. Ah! And I am sick at heart.
Why, Ophelia?
Laertes and I were working on the Claudia. She's a remarkable and sassy vessel, and we know it can work.
Yeah.
But then came in my brain raptors,
Oh, I hate those guys.
saying, "You'll never be king and queen of infinite space."
I thought it was king of infinite space.
Aw, it's infinite space, man.
Yeah, enough room for all kinds of space royalty.
So could I be like senator or assistant regional manager of space?
Yeah.
Dope. So the raptors are busting me up about the Claudia, so I froze them in carbonite, like Star Wars.
A Star Wars brain metaphor! I like it!
So I ran a diagnostic check, to get me unstuck and moving forward. Oh, super low on fuel. Not enough to get us out of the ordinary orbit and out to the boundless possibilities of infinite space.
Ugh, low on fuel? Like liquid hydrogen?
No.
Liquid oxygen?
No.
Diesel?
No.
Rocket sauce.
I like it. But no, we need a renewable and regenerative fuel source to get us up and out.
I got a renewable resource. It's called you suck. Try getting rid of that. Yeah, I'm gonna burn on you for a long time.
But
You stink.
Maybe we could.
Flat wrong.
Going on to live here to say
Something stupid? Yeah, probably. Wait just 1 second.
Polonius!
Great, this tedious old fool. You know what I do with brain raptors, Claudius? I send them to the left. To the left. Everything you are saying, I put in a box to the left.
A Beyonce brain metaphor? I love it! To the left, everything you own, and a back to the left, and back.
Because if somebody is going to call you an old fool or a young fool, it's usually because you are trying to do something special. And something special has to be wrong a few times before it's good. And that can be scary for you. But it's a whole lot more scarier for those folks that are going to call you a fool.
Or crazy, or dumb, or a dork.
Or a bad and crazy and dumb dork.
This above all, to thine own self be true, and it must follow as the night of the day. Thou canst not then be false to any man.
It's working!
Tell the Claudia!
All right, initiate emergency launch sequence and set a course for infinite space.
Goodbye, else and or.
This is most retrograde to our desires.
Status report.
We don't have enough juice! We're not going to make it! Oh no!
I mean, what fuels a rocket ship bound for infinite space?
We must need more imagination and creativity.
And chips and salsa! Or imagination.
But we're in a theater. How do we make this space infinite?
And what if I come up with an idea that you think is weird or stupid?
And what if I did put chips and salsa in this? And then that goose comes and messes everything up? Oh no!
It's okay, wait, let's consult the experts.
Right. Okay. Picture a huge, blank, vast space. Maybe there's a comet streaking through the sky.
Oh, and a planet that's never been seen before.
No.
And it's got rings with
Okay.
a tiny moon made of queso.
Okay, so all right, I also need 2 people. I need 2 people to help me out here. 2 people.
And those will be our volunteers to help build our constellations and our stars and our galaxies. Not from the stars do I my judgment pluck, and yet, methinks I have astronomy. The heavens themselves, the planets in this orbit observe degree, priority, and place. In visitor, proportion, season, and form, imagination. All in a line of order. Dr. Sam, Dr. Emily, how are we doing over there?
Start your countdown!
All right, everybody, count down with me. 10, 9, 8, 7.
Main engine cut off in 3, 2, 1. We are now entering infinite space.
Perfect, yes.
Hey, is that a comet?
It's coming.
Is that a planet orbited by a cheesy queso moon?
Sure is.
Hey, look, it's Orion, the constellation. You can tell by the 3 stars on their belts. Hi, Orion. I'm Assistant Regional Manager of Space.
Let's give a round of applause for our volunteers. We are now entering deep, infinite space.
Make thy 2 eyes like stars start from their spheres.
2 of the fairest stars in all the heavens, as daylight doth a lamp, would through the airy regions stream so bright.
That birds would sing and think it were not night.
It's amazing out here.
No worries.
No stress.
No raptors. What are you doing out here?
Space raptors.
Oh, I hate those guys.
Raptors, find a way. Nice of you to show us all the way up here. Lots of room to expand, to grow, you know. I'm thinking about setting up franchises. El Sandor Incorporated, Universal, nice ring to it.
Set a course for deeper infinite space. We've got to outrun them.
Wait, Hamlet Sandwich, we came this far already and the Raptors, found a way.
They'll just keep coming and coming and coming.
Never gonna give you up. Always gonna run you down. Never gonna leave you be or desert you. Always gonna make you cry. Never gonna say goodbye. Always gonna tell you lies and hurt you. Gotcha! Gotcha, good God, all of you.
If it be now, 'tis not to come. If it be not to come, it will be now. If it be not now, yet it will come. The readiness is all.
That works for like 5 minutes, okay?
Then I'll do it again in 5 minutes.
And 5 minutes after that, if I need more time.
To the left! To the left! All the Raptors that are painting your booty fly off in space! To the left! You can run, but you can't hide!
I'm not running. I'm not hiding.
No.
I'm here, right now, doing the best I can.
And what if that doesn't work, huh? Then you lose!
No, I don't lose. I feel it, but that doesn't mean that I'm gonna feel it forever, or even that what I'm feeling is the most important thing in the world. I'm just gonna be ready, and still count myself a king of infinite space.
Because that's the thing about infinite. If infinite means everything everywhere all at once.
Then everywhere includes wherever I so happen to be.
So, like, is this infinite space? Yeah, it is. What about over here? Sure is
man. What about like, I don't know, right here? I think so.
Woo! Does it get easier keeping those brain raptors away when you get older?
Not really. You just get a little more used to it. Get familiar with how to protect your imagination, how to deal with them. But if you can make it through the next few years with that magic, dreaming part of you that makes you curious about yourself, the world, and the people around you mostly intact, you're going to be okay. It's not in our stars, but in ourselves to hold our destiny.
Well, we have a little break from those raptors. What dreams may come now?
I guess that's the question.
Well, as Assistant Regional Manager of Space, I'd like to go home and get some snacks.
Then set a course for snacks.
Aye, aye, Skipper, setting a course for snacks.
Doubt that the stars are fire, doubt that the sun doth move, doubt truth to be a liar, but never doubt I love. Godspeed, Hamlet Sandwich! All right, I've got my morning sandwich, my small lunch sandwich, my big lunch sandwich, my emergency I'm feeling sad sandwich. They're all here. Do either of you need my emergency I'm feeling sad sandwich?
I'm all set, but I'll let you know. Thanks.
Sounds good. Eureka!
Worked!
You are all awesome! Creative genius level off the charts!
Never doubted it for a second.
You all are now honorary and official members of Shakes.
The superhuman artistic kids.
And exceptional human society.
And are now the vanguard of protecting imagination geniuses like yourselves everywhere.
Finding ways to insulate that magic part of your brain from drying up like a raisin or a very sticky prune.
Safeguarding the creativity in your mind from suffering.
The slings and arrows of outrageous raptors!
So, tell the next experiment, the next story, the next time we meet. Be brave.
Dream big!
Try new things.
And remember, the readiness is all.
Thank you, Almere Elementary. Give yourself a round of applause. You're an amazing audience. Thank you. And we can take a seat. Take a seat back down, my friends. Take a seat back down. We are Montana Shakes, currently taking Hamlet Sandwich all across Montana and a little bit of Wyoming as well. Thank you, my friends. We do this show 60 times over 12 weeks. Today's day number 50 for us. Thank you so much for making it awesome as always. We're going to be hanging out for the next couple hours. We're going to go over to your school, I know. We'll be doing workshops with a bunch of you, coming into your classes, playing games, talking about the play, that kind of thing. We'll be around a little bit at lunch, too, in the hallways. Please stop us, talk to us, ask us questions. We're going to ask you questions, too, of course. But before we do any of that, we have our talk back. This is your chance to ask us any questions you have immediately after the show. So think about anything you thought of. We'll just take the next 5 to 10 minutes. Questions about acting, questions about Shakespeare, questions about anything you see here on stage, questions about sandwiches, and we can talk about it. But first, we'd like to formally introduce ourselves. You may know our names already, but we'll say our names and our hometown. My name is Sam. I'm from Madison, Wisconsin.
Hi, everybody. My name is Josh. I'm from Chicago, Illinois.
Hello, my name is Emily and I'm from Dallas, Texas.
Awesome. Awesome. Raise your hands if you have any questions on anything. We'll do some down here first, and then I'll make my way up that way. Yeah.
How did you become an actor?
Oh, great question. How did we become actors? I'm sure we all have a different answer for this, so we'll briefly go down the line and say how we became actors. I got into acting mainly in high school. I moved to a new town, joined the acting class kind of on a whim, and found that it was such a great community, so many good friends. I really like sports, and I got a lot of the same feeling putting on a play that I'm proud of, felt like kind of winning the game. So yeah, I don't know, like just working with people was so fun, but in high school.
My freshman year of high school, my school did a production of Peter Pan in a theater just like this. And it was so awesome. The actors were flying around on stage, and I thought it was so cool. So I auditioned for the show the next year, and I haven't stopped doing theater since.
I started acting around, I believe, 2nd or 3rd grade, and I was always a kid that had a lot of energy. People around me, my friends, my family, my teachers really started to take notice that I was theatrical as a kid. So my parents took the initiative to put me into some classes in school, outside of school. I started doing some shows, and I just kept doing it ever since. I love storytelling and being creative, and it's a fun life.
Other questions? Question right here. Yeah, great question. The set. That's everything you see behind us. How did it come to be? How did we make it? Emily, you want to talk about it?
Definitely. So there's 3 of us up on stage here, but there are a lot more people that went into helping us make this production. Our company is based back in Bozeman, Montana Shakespeare in the Park. We see you up there. We see you up there. You can stop. Thank you. Awesome. I'll wait. Thank you. Great. We had a set designer. Anything back here that you see is our set. And we had someone named Matt who helped us design this set and help us teach us how to build this set. A lot of these pieces break down into smaller pieces. It's all painted to make it look more like metal, but in reality, it is wood. So we are able to take it all apart and get it into the back of one truck with GMC. And that's how we travel all around Montana with our set in the back of our truck.
Nice. Questions? We're going to start down here. We'll work our way up there, my friends. Question right here. That's a great question. We never get this question. So some of these young actors out here will be doing plays in the summer. Is there any advice that you would give to a young actor? We can go down the line again. I'll say quickly, it's all collaborative. Who thinks that Emily, Josh, and I all work together well up here? That's the name of the game. When you get into rehearsal, hear everybody's ideas. Say yes to everybody, listen to everybody. Everybody has good ideas. Work together.
I think something that's really real in theater or any type of performance is nerves, stage fright. And I would say if you ever get a little nervous before you go out on stage, I would encourage that. It means you want to do well. You want to perform well. And that's important, is that you want to do your best when you're on stage. And if you don't have nerves, it means you don't really care. And if you don't care, you don't need to be telling the story. Somebody else would love to do that.
Yes, they can definitely be useful. I would say, has anyone at any age or any time in their life gone to the backyard with their friends and made up a story, pretend you were pirates in the backyard, or horses, or whatever, that kind of make-believe freedom? That same freedom can carry over into your work. It's fun to play, it's fun to try new things, discover what works and what doesn't work, so I wouldn't put too much pressure on yourself, and that same freedom that you feel playing in the backyard is absolutely the same freedom you can use in theater.
Cool. I love that answer. It's great. All right, questions over here.
It was just so distracting. I just couldn't make it.
Ah, great. We got a lot of special effects in our show, right? One of them being the smoke. How do we make the smoke? Some of the other tricks of the Imaginatron. Josh, you want to talk about it?
Yeah, so we have a lot of gadgets and gizmos aplenty on this Imaginatron, including this little can of smoke. This is a can you can buy at like Ace Hardware. It tests smoke detectors, but we use it, to make it look like there's something coming out of the pot, when I was like mixing up the brew of sandwiches. We also utilize it with our rocket to make it kind of seem like the rocket is smoking while it's flying. So it's a little bit theater magic. It's how we're able to make something seem more alive.
Nice. Other questions? Oh my goodness, how do we become actors? We talked about this a little bit already, but I'll just add that I know the 3 of us all went to college for acting. We all graduated in the last 7 to 10 years. But you totally don't have to go to college for acting. You can be an actor at any time. I know people that started acting when they were 5, people that started acting when they were 55. You can learn a lot of different things and then use it in acting. It's really cool.
Yeah.
Other questions?
How do you all meet each other?
Yeah, that's a great question. How do we all meet each other? Emily, you want to talk about how we all came together?
Definitely. So it's kind of a unique situation here. As actors, we're normally hired for something called contract work, which means that we can get hired for a show that lasts a day, that lasts a month, that lasts 3 to 4 months, like this contract, that lasts a year. So as actors, you're constantly getting new, different jobs, and with that comes new, different groups of people that you work with. Myself and Sam and Josh all came together for this show, but this is kind of a unique situation because we actually all knew each other before this contract started. Sam and I have done a couple of shows together here. If you remember our show last year with the lobster and the macho wall. Yeah, right? So Sam and I have worked together a couple of times. Sam and Josh did a show together 6 years ago. I met Josh a couple of years ago. We're all from different places, but we're all actors in Chicago right now currently. So for this job, we all get to travel around with people that are our friends back in Chicago, which doesn't always happen. Sometimes you walk into a theater contract and don't know anyone that you're working with. But the nature of this one, we all knew each other beforehand, and it's really fun to travel with them.
Very fun. Great question. Great answer. I'm going to say I knew this was the question.
Yeah.
We get this one a lot. We love this question. Why did we Rickroll you? And I love the add-on here. Why did you deserve it? I'll say this, first of all, I know you're all wacky, I know you're all weird, I know you're all pranksters just like us, so you deserve it just as much as anybody. But Josh, why do we put Rickroll in the show? Why do we put all these weird things in our play?
Yeah, did you all think it was funny? Yeah. There you go. Our playwright, the person who wrote the play, the script that we all memorized, Matt Foss, he really likes to incorporate a lot of pop culture references into the play. So we have things like the Rickroll, we have SpongeBob references, we have Jurassic Park references, Star Wars, we have all these different references so that audiences today can connect to this work.
Cool. I know we're getting a little restless in here, my friends. We're just going to do one more question for now right here. Oh, great question. Love this. Why do we like to act weird on stage, and how do we do that without being embarrassed? It's a great question.
Right?
I'd love to touch on this a little bit.
Yeah,
I'd love to throw
definitely.
to whoever else wants to talk about it. Because that is kind of what the idea of our play is. We've seen a lot of shows. I've seen a lot of shows, a lot of kids shows that touch on bullying. And I think we have a little bit of that in our show. But what I really like about this show is it's about the bullies that we have on our own heads. It's this idea that these brain raptors, right? This idea that people will think that's weird if I do that. That might be embarrassing. And it's not easy. Sometimes I do get embarrassed still. But I like to remind myself that it's the brain raptors. I love doing this. I love being able to play up here with my friends. I love being able to meet different people every day. And you just got to embrace it and be true to yourself. And I think that kind of is the idea of our show, which is
Yeah.
cool. It's not easy, though, and we definitely are always fighting those brain raptors. Big part of our show is that Claudius is not defeated. He doesn't die or anything like that. He just gets sent away for a little bit because those brain raptors don't go away. It's just about what you do when they are there. How do you face them? I guess.
I would say, with our show, whenever our characters have these brain raptors, they have little tools that they use to fight them. It's the little monologue Hamlet gives, the readiness is all. It's the Beyonce metaphor that Polonius does. And I know, for myself, whenever I have that, I always say 3 nice things about myself. 3 things I like about myself. And I'm sure you all can think of things that you like about yourself that you could always say whenever you feel those brain raptors as well.
All right. That's all we got time for now, my friends, but hold on to those questions because we will see you in workshops in the hallways. Please ask us those questions then. We'd love to talk about it. For now, I'm going to pass you back off to your teachers and those in charge. And one more big thank you, everybody. You are awesome. Thank you.